So really, I'm a filmer and editor, but today I'm a mechanic. I actually am not a mechanic at all, but tragic story, I was on my way to a shoot. I was pouring in oil, and the foil from the motor oil, or the tip, I threw the bottle away, but pretty much the foil from the bottle fell inside. Let's go ahead. And I can't see it. And then I've been told not to start my car. So pretty much took an absolute shit on my day. And now we get to spend the day fishing it out. So thought I'd make a how-to video. So I'm going to pretty much show you guys how you take your valve cover off on a 2012 Hyundai Genesis 2.0T. I should label my coil packs. That's what we should do. And actually take this off. So I'm pretty sure everything's a 10mm up here. Anyway, we're gonna label these coil packs so that way we make sure we put them back in the right spot. I would hate for my car to not start. And I should probably remove the negative before I even like touch this. So we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, and 4. You definitely want those back in the right spot. Okay. We're gonna take off the negative. Make sure that's off. Okay. Now you're free to touch it. Let's go back and start with the coil packs. Let's see. Actually, let's just double check. Let's make sure. We're definitely going to YouTube University this. We just want to make sure we're just going in the right steps here. These. Which is already loose. Kind of scary. Okay. Let's keep going. Why is that already loose? We're doing the right thing. Okay, yeah, we're doing the right thing. Okay, so after double checking, it's definitely the right ones. So let's take them out. For those that want to use a torque gun, I mean, by all means, but I don't know, me personally, I know some of these things shouldn't be over tightened too much, so, you know, hand torquing's good with me. I guess we can leave that in there, it's broke. Okay, so we got those removed. What's next? We're just gonna go in order, and then he went to the coil packs. Okay. Let's keep all our screws together, huh? Let's do good practice. Okay, then he went straight to the coil packs. All right. Ooh. It's a little tight, isn't it? The best part about it, I'm not a professional, so I'm genuinely showing you guys how easy it is. I do not work on cars. So for the women watching, if your mans can't do this for you, it's a little crazy. And for the men watching, get your hands dirty. Okay. Take these off. Has to be. I'm banking on it. So we are going to unplug the clips. Whew, wish me luck. Here goes nothing. Was it like how do you do it? See, like, is it from there? Does it, these, okay. Lift, squeeze. Again, guys, I'm not a professional. They even have these tabs to make it easy for you. Shout out Hyundai. Okay, all out. We got one. Probably want to remove that in a second. I'm pretty sure that's coming. Two. All the screws are like not that tight. I don't know if that's normal. I'm gonna torque the shit out of these. I'm just kidding. All right. Nice. Okay, now we can unplug these. Dude, I can do it with my fingers. I don't know if that's a flex because I'm a slave or if that's just like kind of cool, but.
With these, I mean, as long as they are pliers, they will work.
Man, how far back does it go?
So now we have a series of bolts that need to be removed. Remove all these 10 millimeters.
Okay.
Sure enough,
And I think from there we're just gonna go around and do all the 10 mils. Let's get it. Everything's a 10, so I love it. Don't go out on me. There we go. I want to take them all easy. It's because I don't want to strip, break my wrench, anything tragic. We don't need any more tragedy today because I'm supposed to be at the LA Auto Show. I had free VIP ticket. I'm pretty sad. I already loosened that one. Get yourself a 10 millimeter socket and a wrench and you damn near take this motor apart. Look at us. Probably going to start fast forwarding here because now it's just the long part. It's going to take out each and every one, and there's 2, 4, 6. Uh-oh. Did I? Okay. Okay. Let's do that count again. 2, 4, 6, 8. There we go. Yeah. 10, 12, 14. We're going to double check and see if these have to come out, but so far just 14 around the block. Yeah, we're just going around the block so far. We're going to see. Definitely take out these middle bolts. He kind of just, he doesn't really specify the middle in the video, which just lets me know it's probably common sense. It definitely looks like part of the structure of the valve cover. So worst case, we just put them back anyway. You know, my thing is getting full, bro. We have like 20 screws in here. Okay. And I always like to, one thing, bolts, when taking on and off, I always like to go in like a star or cross pattern. That way it's not like one side is slowly getting loose while the other side is now like building tension. So like if I'm gonna take off one from the left, I'm gonna do one from the right and work my way towards the middle. So kind of like closing, if that makes sense. Or like a star, just across from the one I either tightened or loosened. So that way you don't get like tension on one side. Pro tip. Not a mechanic, just mechanic told me. I think we're free to go after this. From here, I'm gonna put those on the floor, keep it nice and clear. Okay. Buddy, are you gonna help? Today's crazy. Alright, so all the screws are out. We're gonna pick back up where we left off, and I think it's just ready to come off. I did kind of ease it off. So one thing too, you know, it's plastic, so you don't want to break it. So I was really easy with like prying it first, really softly, in like different points. You know, just finding different points where I can just kind of fit it in and just kind of work it. And then as I'm working it, I'm just lifting the edges. And there we go. This. I see. So these gotta come off. Heard that. But nothing's happening. Okay, so it's this whole socket. Okay, got it. So press the tab right here in the middle. And then you're just gonna pull up on the entire socket. Not the cables, you don't want to yank the cable out. You just want to pull on the entire black piece. Maybe some pliers would help. Look at that. Okay, let's keep going. If you're gonna go the plier method, be careful. You don't want to squeeze because all these are plastic. Okay, got all the clips off. I think now this can clear. Just gonna lift up. Truth be told, I don't know what's holding it. Something's holding it. I see my gasket. What's holding it? I'm so confused right now. Okay. Alright. And before we even mess around, let's just put the gasket back. Let's make sure it's seated properly as it's supposed to be. Pretty easy so far. I'm pretty sure this is pretty general and generic. Again, I'm doing it for a 2012 Hyundai Genesis Coupe Turbo, but I feel like a valve cover removal is pretty straightforward for any car. Okay, that's in. Valve cover off, everything's off. We got some tweezers, and we see the foil. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's literally right there. This was the culprit to ruining my entire day. This little guy is the whole reason why we're here. Can y'all believe it? We had to go. We're here because of this. Please stop. I'm an idiot. Imagine. That'd be so stupid. No, but please stop putting those on oil bottles. Oh my Christ, you'd save us all. Now we get to put it back together. That was it. That's all we needed. For anyone else, you'd probably do your seals or whatever you're going to do. Cams, I guess while we're here really quick. Twin cam, 1, 2. Cams is what cranks the pistons. So right here going to be the, I think these are rings. But this is connected to the piston down below. The piston looks like this little stick. Goes up and down. And that is going to compress the fuel and make a combustion. And yeah. So it's a 4-cylinder. I wonder how that works if it's a 4-cylinder. Like, what does that mean? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 igniting cylinders. Makes sense. Yep, makes sense. I think the oil's for all the lubricant, but for the most part, the fuel is getting spit in between the piston down below and here, and then combusting by the spark plugs right here. And that's making power, thus going through the exhaust. When you have a turbo, it's sucking up extra air, forcing in more air, and I'm not a mechanic. Anyway, TED Talk over. Let's put it back together. When we cleaned it, we took out the, I think these are called the seals, valve cover seals. Yes, mine's still good, thank the Lord. So I'm just gonna throw mine back in there. Just kind of clean it off a little bit. Clean it off as we put it in. And we're just gonna toss it back in. You want to take this out when you're cleaning it because obviously it's rubber and, you know, moisture and rubber and water. Not a good mix. Definitely take it out. Clean it. Toss it back in. Just be careful when you're cleaning it. If you tear it, it's a quick trip to AutoZone. Obviously not in your car. This seal stayed on the motor. Probably be easier if I mean, it's stuck on there. You know, it'd still probably be easier if I just because trying to realign it with this out and trying to get the gasket on sounds like a headache versus just having it already in the gasket. You know what I mean? It's just one more thing you got to try and line up. Okay. Nice. I'm gonna clean one last check for water. No droppy, no drippage. And lastly, we're just gonna double check the video to see if we need any kind of lubricant or seal. Hopefully not, because Lord knows I don't have any. Well, you guys guessed it, we did not have silicone, and pretty much found out that we need silicone on these two joints right here. So let me show you guys. So hopefully you guys can Postmates like me, or maybe you guys have someone to take you. But you see these two joints right here where it connects? It's almost like a connection point, but it's right here and right here. It's on both sides. You want to get like a gasket creator or sealer So I didn't have any, so we went ahead and Postmates the Permatex Ultra Black Maximum Oil Resistant Silicone Gasket Maker. Put some there, and then we could put it on and we're good to go. Yeah, pretty much. Again, we removed all of our bolts around the side of the block that you see. You remove the bolts in the middle. We remove our coil packs that we labeled, so we put them back in the right order. And we unplugged our clips that are our sensors, and it came right out. We cleaned it. It looks nice and clean. We dried it really well before we put it back in. This thing's literally ready to go. We're gonna get that sealant and we're gonna put it back together. Yeah, you don't want any water going into your motor where your oil is. That'd be really bad. So please do not put this on while there's still any sign of water. Oil, grime, okay. Water, not okay. And so it has arrived. We cut off the tip. Let's hit the 2 joints, put it back on. Okay. Can I see it? Okay, yeah, at least we can see it. It's coming, it's coming, it's coming right there. Alright. Just gonna right there. Yep. Probably don't want to make it too messy, but definitely enough. And be very careful not to get it on anything else or anywhere it doesn't need to be. Okay. I think that about does it. Silicone's in. I find it easy to hold it from the 2 center if your hands are big enough. Try not to touch that silicone if you can avoid it. Everything nice and lined up. And now we just pretty much redo everything. Put it all back together. Because if you're not putting it back together, that means you didn't do a good job. Oh, okay. Yeah. Let's put some screws in so it doesn't shift, just because we have that stuff right there. And remember what I was saying about the star pattern? So I'll put one side in. That's a really good way to make sure everything's lined up. Back side's in. This one is in. Kind of just want to put them all back halfway first. Don't bolt anything down. Rule of thumb, so you don't have to redo your work and find it happening often. Check and make sure nothing is tangled, twisted, or just in the way before you put these bolts back. Before you realize you gotta undo the bolts just to, you know, get somewhere. So these are all good. Check all your plugs. Nothing's tangled, nothing's twisted or, you know, in the way. Cool. Yeah, let's continue. Just want to make sure. Once we have all of them like halfway in, we'll kind of finish putting everything else on. Make sure everything's lined up, and then we'll tighten just about all the bolts that are left. So I'm just putting everything back. So it's really good to have them all in one place. That way you just kind of know where everything goes. Okay, so these are all about finger tight. Let's start putting everything else back on. I'm gonna go here. Probably wait on that. Wait on this one too. This. So I guess we can go back with the pins here. I kind of want to clean them. They're a little dirty. Just for the sake of you never know. It's kind of, oh. That's supposed to be in here. Actually, in case you guys didn't know, if that ever comes out and it scares you, it belongs in there. It goes right in. Okay, let's see. All right, buddy. This is why pins always scare me, because I never know. Okay, maybe this rubber piece needs to be flipped. Okay. Are you serious right now? That also could have went really bad. Okay, sorry. That makes a lot more sense. The chunky side in, thin side facing you, if that makes sense. That's kind of like the butt. Think of like the thicker side, the butt has to be inside the socket. That's why it wasn't going in. Clipped. Next. I think that clipped in. Yep. Nice. Next. Nice. And last one. Nice. All those in. We can start to put. Oh, okay. See, this is why we left it unclamped. So it does go under. That way it fits proper. Nice. Put that back. Yeah, see, it's why you always want to start slow before you tighten anything, in case you got to reverse back to let something else in. Okay. Let's go ahead and put these back. The 8s. I feel like those are those. I feel like this one, this funny one was this one. You don't want to strip anything, so just make sure everything's lined up. Don't want to cause a issue next time around. Ooh, coil pack. We're going to tighten that in just a second. I think we start putting back the coil packs. Oh. Can't forget these middle ones. That's in, right? Yeah, that's going in. Next. Now would be a good time to change your spark plugs if you needed to. Thankfully, I do not. You guys are learning so much today. You guys can literally change your spark plugs right now. Just need a spark plug socket. It's like 20 bucks. Yeah, if I needed to change my spark plugs, now would absolutely be the time. Okay, those are hand tight. That's for 1, 2, 3. Coil packs. Yeah, I think the coil packs are ready to go back in. Okay, so now that we have confirmed we're down to the coil packs and kind of just what holds it, which is this bracket and this bracket, and we're ready to go, let's go ahead and tighten up the bolts on the block and throw these bolts on, throw the coil packs back in, clip them, and we're good to go. I'm just gonna make sure all of these are tight, and you want to apply the same amount of pressure it took to break them. I'm sure there's a scientific like pressure answer, like, oh, it needs to be 60. I have no idea. I'm just applying the same amount of strength that my muscle memory has blessed me with. All right, those are all in and tightened. Okay, and I even double checked them, so you want to make 2 rounds around those bolts. All right, and everything's back together. So again, to do this job, well, first off, what we do is a valve cover removal, and you need a 10mm socket, at least for a 2012 Hyundai Genesis Coupe Turbo. And you're going to remove all the bolts along the block. In between, we already went ahead and tightened the coil pack bolts, so those are all tightened down. And you don't want to go as hard as you did on these ones. You just want to go hand strength. As soon as it's like taking a good amount of force, you want to stop. And I left this last one for you guys to see. And again, this is why you numbered them. We went ahead and just dropped them right back in. So again, we put those on first, then we went ahead and attached these back. Then we went ahead and left this loose. Actually, I found to leave this out because to get to these two, it'd be easier if this is loose. So do this one after you have the block bolted in. So bolt in the entire block, put this one back on that holds your 3 lines. Then you're going to put the bracket bolt back on. These are connected. You can make sure, if you have a needle nose, I'll probably need one now. No, it's just a regular pliers will work. But take some pliers, connect that back. This one too, don't forget there is 2. One on each side. And here we go. And lastly, you want to make sure your sensors are connected back in. So we're going to put this back on to the coil pack. We can take the stickers off now that we have them in the right spot. Perfect. And last sensor, you want to push them on first before you click the gray tab down. So click and then click. Nice. And everything's tightened, everything's on. Last thing to do is put the original cover back, which was this one. We'll clean it once it's on. Honestly, you guys can clean this. You don't see it because this goes over it, so we're not going to do it. Final cover's back on. Again, it's only going to be so tight just because I'm missing this one. That would definitely have it sturdy, but yeah, everything's in. We're gonna double check literally everything we touched. We touched this, these back here. Yeah. Just check all our clips, double check our work. Okay, let's start the car. Mind you guys, I'm not a mechanic. All because they like to put foil. I keep getting tongue-tied. It was the foil cap from the oil bottle. Literally fell straight into there. From there, had to crack this entire thing open. I hope you guys learned how to remove a valve cover and how to properly put it back. And yeah, I'm gonna clean that. Don't worry, that's for another video.